Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We have another match from Portland Uncut this week. It's me and this kid named Brickhouse Barretta. Met the kid that day. I guess he'd been wrestling somewhat for maybe a year or two. I'm not positive, but I knew he was really green. Looked the part though, and he wasn't a bad wrestler. We just, I just think he was a little nervous, and it was his first shot on Uncut, and he was in a pretty big spot. This is when they were just getting ready to break me from being a heel and turn me a babyface. So I was kind of getting a little bit of a push there, and I think he was just a little bit, I don't want to say intimidated, but I think he was a little nervous. You could just tell when he gets in the ring, and as we're working, he gets a little gassed, and when you get gassed wrestling me, you're out of shape. But the dude looks like a bodybuilder, and I really like the kid. He just there's a couple points in there where you visibly see me get a little upset, and try to. There's a term in wrestling where we say we tune somebody up, or it happens all the time, and sometimes you'll get a vet that just because they're a vet, they think they can go beat the shit out of a young kid. A greenhorn, and I always teach my students, don't let somebody beat your ass. Now, if you mess up, give them their receipt. If you stiff them or you do something wrong, give them their receipt. It's just the way the business works. But if their sole purpose is beating you up because you're new, they're going to earn that ass whooping, and you fight back and you do whatever you have to do. And if it comes down to it, I'll handle it after in the locker room and talk, be the moderator, I guess. I remember the kids did one show years ago. I won't say where it was or who it was with, but they worked a couple guys who, which one of the things I hate in the business is fake lucha wrestling. The only thing I hate worse than fake lucha is white guys in masks that say they're luchadors and call themselves El freaking Taco Flanco Lanca or whatever. It's a mockery of not only my race, but of lucha wrestling. I tell everybody, I'm not a luchador. I can work luchadors. I don't know lucha wrestling. Even though people think my other character is a luchador, he's not. It's just a mythical creature. But I'm not. I never say I'm a luchador because that's a whole nother art of pro wrestling that you have to be taught. You don't just pick it up. So the kids work these two guys, and I've actually known one of the guys for a while. And the kids know how I feel about that, and it wasn't a good day for the luchadors, the fake luchadors. One of the guys came back complaining, "Oh, your kids are stiff and snug and blah blah." And I was like, "Well, they just work lucha, So it just irks me, and and the guys who were doing the gimmicks weren't real good American wrestlers, let alone lucha wrestlers. But when you're making mockery of not only wrestling but my race or any race, it's somebody has to fix you. And the kids were green as shit, and they decided to do it themselves. So it was pretty fucking awesome. One of those proud dad moments. It's similar to working this kid. He wasn't a bad kid. He just was in over his head. So he messed up a lot of times, more than a lot of times. And I finally had to show him how to do things the proper way and the way I want to be treated in the ring. And you'll see that, and of course, again, I think it's Roddy and Don Costa announcing this one. So let's go ahead and get ready to play that. Once again, this is Portland Uncut Wrestling. I forgot what episode, episode 8, and this is like I said, one of the better moments in my life as far as wrestling. I really love this time, and remember I was a heel at this point in the company, and there he is, Pete Schweitzer. Big turd in the punch bowl right here. He's the one that killed wrestling in Uncut. People say Piper was the owner, but it was that guy. Piper was just kind of like the spokesperson / figurehead. And really the draw of Portland Uncut. That's the guy that was fucking the boys. is Mexican Samoa. You love it. Yeah, and I recently watched this match with Salem, and she made a comment about my glasses. And these are my normal shades. I had this history of I have bad luck with glasses, man, and I had just bought a pair because at this point we were going up there to Oregon, I was going up there to Oregon. I'd stay for the first week. We'd work house shows. We'd do tapings on the weekend, and then we'd usually hit like 3 house shows after. And I was staying with Jeremy sometimes, and I remember I told him that I have trouble. I lose my glasses all the time. So we bought some on the way to the show, and fucking grabbed him. We're doing a promo off, and he stepped on them to mess with me. So I grabbed these from like Pat Large or somebody. That's the way you start right there. And in the ring is a good friend of mine, Tex Thompson. Tex has been around for a while. Love that guy. He's cool as shit. This is the guy, Bruno. Like I said, good kid. You can tell how much of a greenhorn he is. 1 foot drop kick. I'm not into that, but it looked good. And at this point, what a lot of people don't respect enough about promoters or bookers is they tell you what they want to see in shows, in matches. And at this point, Piper had told us, you guys got to start going for pins more in matches, because 9 of the guys were going for pins. So this whole time, every time I'm going down, I'm telling this kid, get on me, go for the pin. So you'll see a delay sometimes because he's fucking not listening. But that's the way it is. When the purpose of wrestling is to pin the guy, so when his shoulder's on the mat, you should try to pin him. See, and the kid has a little bit of fire right there. Give him. I like to. I don't know about the dick in the face, but this is one of those spots where, like, I don't think he had planned it out right, or in his mind it was one way and it came across as that. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I don't like that kind of shit because it makes me look bad because I have to sell it. So I don't know if he just got a little overzealous or our timing and spacing was wrong, but it just was a little bit shitty. And of course, they missed a low blow there. And he doesn't do a bad job of selling, and he does kind of keep feeding up, which is good. A lot of guys, like I was saying in the previous video, just dead sell. And if you guys ever get a chance, go to Portland Uncut and watch this video and listen to the way Roddy and these guys commentate, because they're just amazing. And Don Costa's been around for a while. Of course, Roddy is one of the best commentators ever. And of course, right there, like when I go to base on the hip toss to take it, he's standing straight-legged, so I don't really have nowhere to go to post off of. And of course, he gets blown again. Just. Which I would say that was a good spine buster. See, here's the small things, like, he's selling, talking to the ref, showing that, can't believe he didn't get the pin. Good thing. Now that pissed me off. It's weak. Weak again. That was not bad. I'm trying to sell good. And he just stops. Now I don't know what the fuck that was. That's a big move of what the fuck right there. Like I think it was a crossbody, but I've never seen a crossbody with your feet on the ground. And that's one of those things where I was like, this kid, so I, kind of get a little frustrated and getting a little, I do that move a lot, but I don't always put everything into it, but, I'm just trying to calm him down, man. Sometimes you got to hit somebody hard to calm him down. And he's still doing a great job, I think. He's not all terrified and worried about getting his ass beat. Love that move. Just that's the one thing I try to tell all my students is you could pick a basic move and just throw it well. I do a vertical suplex and I just kind of schoolboy out of it, Titus does a drop kick. It's a basic fucking move, but it looks awesome, Salem does this hip toss and sits out of it now. It's fucking great. It's just simple stuff. So this kid, you can tell I don't know where he was trained at, but you can tell he's doing the right things most of the time, And then right here, I'm telling him, come on, bring it back, take over. And his forearms are just like weak. Look at and that. Come on, dude. So I can't take that. So I just tell him this is the way you gotta throw him, bro. And they're telling us, guys, we got to start going home. We'll go home. So, and then you notice there's a little bit of blood on my face. It's from that devastating standing cross body. And see, leading up to that, he kind of just stood there and looked at me, and he should have been rearing up. Like he was going for a move to clothesline me. I held on, and then he tried to come get me. But he just kind of waits for me to grab the ropes. And that's just one of those small things. But, small things are what make you get continuous bookings. See, he sold that really well. But he should have been up right there, irate, because he technically didn't take a move. But I know he's blown. You gotta hit the catchphrase before you get out of there. Lean machine right there. Damn, there's my boy Wade Hess and Joe Boo. And a side note, guys, that guy right there, Joe V, fucking love that guy. He was a studio, the actual studio, one of the broadcast or announcers. He was the guy they would send in the field and do those Sunday morning, Saturday morning things, and the morning guy that would go out and to the dog show and all those things and do all those little fun things in the field. I made a point to bring him into everything I was doing. Not only because he can get the angle over because he had great charisma and he understood somewhat about the business, but because he's their TV guy. So that's just the hint for all you youngsters. Like when you have somebody like that available to you, interact with them and make them part of what you do because they're also going to try to get you TV time. Why? Because it gives them TV time. And then being on TV, a guy like that can tell you things you need to do. Maybe not about the wrestling business, but it's just about how to be on TV. And that's what Joe V would do for me, is he would tell me ways to stand, ways to bring this out. And he would just interact really well with me. And to this day, he's a good friend of mine, and we talk all the time. And but that's one of the hints you need to do when you're in a new guy in the business is you get these guys like the announcers, the commentators, the freaking referees. Interact with them and learn from them, and then use them in what you do. It makes you more valuable, and then it gets them on your side. So it's just a little keynote to do and help you get over. But anyways, man, I hope you enjoyed that match. Just one of many from there. Still, there's a couple more matches I'm going to put up there. Actually, I'm going to have one of me and Salem. I think it was her first match in the business, and didn't go the way we thought it would. It's one of those things where it's in your mind a certain way, and then it comes out differently. It wasn't a bad match. But I'll explain before that one. But it's definitely something we're gonna watch. But once again, if you guys have any matches you want me to go over, please email them to me. Send them in the link. We'll get them up. And remember, I'm not gonna bash anything people do. Like this match, I was kind of brutal because I was in it. But I'm not here to put anybody down and to insult people. If your match is really that bad, I won't put it up. I'll just send you my comments personally. But anyways, man, I love you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell icon, and I'll talk to you later.